Nigerian Airspace Management Agency suspends planned 800% levy hike. Federal government to begin sale of 50 kg rice for 40,000 naira. MTN shuts offices nationwide after SIM-NIN outrage. And under foreign scene, police uncovers 17 human skulls at suspected Ugandan shrine. Hello, welcome to News Updates on Trust TV. I am Lilian Ogazi. And now to the news. The Nigerian Airspace Management Agency has suspended its planned 800% increase in navigational charges. A spokesman for the agency, Abdullahi Musa, said the suspension was directed by the Minister of Aviation, Festus Keyamo, over current economic challenges faced by Nigerians. In a statement on Monday, the minister emphasized the need for further consultation before implementing any changes. Also, NAMA boss Umar Farouk highlighted the significant economic pressures faced by the aviation industry, exacerbated by global economic volatility, fuel price hikes, and current instability. He outlined strategies for survival and growth, including operational efficiency, embracing innovation and technology, strengthening infrastructure, and fostering collaboration and partnerships. The Airspace Management Agency had proposed an increase in its fees to sustain its operations and ensure the safety and efficiency of Nigerians' airspace. The unit's rate for en route was set to increase to 18,000 from 2,000 naira per flight, while the minimum charge for terminal navigation charge was to rise to 54,000 naira from 6,000 naira per flight, with effect from September 1st, 2024. The federal government on Monday has said it has created centers across the country where Nigerians can purchase a 50 kg bag of rice for 40,000 naira. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, revealed this on Monday while briefing correspondents on the outcome of the Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by President Bola Tinubu at the State House, Abuja. Idris said this was one of the several initiatives by the Tinubu administration to ease living conditions for citizens. Therefore, he urged that the nationwide protests scheduled to begin on August 1st were unnecessary, since President Tinubu is already protesting on behalf of the people. The minister also urged that all the demands of the protest organizers were being met. Ahead of the planned nationwide hunger strike protest, slated to commence on Thursday, August 1st, some stakeholders in Kaduna State have unanimously agreed that even though there is hunger, poverty, and insecurity in the country, protest may not bring an end to all the vices in the country, except dialogue. The stakeholders stated this during a meeting with government officials, labor unions, religious leaders, youth and students group, as well as security agencies in the state. Trust TV's Bello Musa has more.
The calls for mass protests by Nigerian youths have been awash on social media platforms and have become a key talking point in the country. However, as the calls intensify, many Nigerians have started expressing fear that the aggressive call for the protest may result to mayhem. This meeting seeks to engage the youths to use dialogue while addressing their grievances. Kaduna State Governor Obasani says the government is doing all it can to alleviate the sufferings of Nigerians.
The federal government and state governments have been unrelenting in addressing the nation's developmental and security challenges. The nationwide mobilization for protest is therefore unnecessary, ill-timed, and in bad taste. In times of economic emergency, all hands are expected to be on deck.
The organized labor and students' union also made their positions known regarding the mass protest.
We are not part of this national protest because we have no any other instruction for our national leadership to do that. One might ask, what are our reasons? Number one, because we are organized, we have an identity. You know where to see us, you know where to find us.
If we allow this protest to hold and Kaduna State join the protest, the Federation will lose over 400 billion daily. And
Political and religious leaders say, considering the volatile nature of Kaduna State and the many crises recorded in the past, which claim lives and properties, it is imperative for the youth to embrace dialogue.
Let us embrace peace as against violence. Violence will never take you to anywhere. So we're appealing to the youth.
What I think we need to do is, one, to engage the youth. Secondly, tell the government to try and alleviate the suffering of the people.
We know that there is poverty. For us as a church, we know that there is hunger. For us as a church, we know that people find it difficult to buy fuel and other things. But we want to say this and say it very clearly, that we say no to protests, not out of cowardice, but from an application of wisdom.
According to the State Commissioner of Police, Ali Dabigi, the command is yet to receive a formal notice of protest from any group.
Since the issue of this protest came about, we have been listening to people, and nobody has come to my office with such an issue.
At the end of the meeting, stakeholders resolved that protest is not the solution as it may lead to violence in the state. Bello Musa, Trust TV News Kaduna.
Traders and warehouse owners at N40 market in Jos, the Plateau State capital, are expressing worries over possible attacks on the market during the planned nationwide protest in the country. Concerned by the development, the traders have engaged services of vigilante, neighborhood watch groups, and other local security outfits to protect their shops and businesses center in the area. Ado Musa completes the report.
Many groups are calling on Nigerians to come out in large number to vent their anger over the rising cost of living and insecurity bedeviling the country. But traders in Jos said they are worried about the protest, explaining that hoodlums may take advantage of the situation to break into their shops and warehouses to loot goods and other valuable items during the exercise.
Actually, there is fear, because even yesterday I couldn't sleep because of the protest. Me and my ESCO, we couldn't sleep. We just have to come to the market and see our security arrangement because we are afraid of Monday, definitely. Though they were talking of 1st August, but we are afraid of Monday, this 28 or 29 today. We are afraid of it. So definitely we have to come and see how we can secure the market. Definitely we are afraid. And with the video clip we have been seeing, somebody on TikTok saying some bad things about Terminus Market and this and N40 and the rest. Is making us to fear.
And with our own security personnel moving around since from yesterday, day and night, we have mobilized our security, our neighborhood watch, our internal security in the market. All of them are moving around to make sure the market is safe.
They have talking of protests, but we ESCO decided we don't want any protests in this market because of some certain unusual things like looting of shop, killing people. Many things will occur. Not to do protests be problem, but we don't want loopholes to avoid inconveniences. Coupled with what Nigeria look like now, we don't want it.
The chairman, however, said the police commissioner has assured them of security deployment at the market during the protest.
Actually, this early morning, we met with Commissioner of Police. The first thing he said that he's going to provide security to all our markets. We told him about the flash points because we have other places that we call them flash points. So he told us that they are going to put their vehicles with armed men at those flash points. He promised us to do that. So definitely, and we hope that between today night, we are going to see some changes by the police.
Police had on Sunday arrested one Suleiman Yakubu following his call for residents to burn down N40 and Terminus markets during the planned nationwide protests in the state. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
Still in Plateau State, the Plateau State Command says it has apprehended 4 suspects for allegedly stealing 30 solar panels within various communities of Jos South local government area. According to the spokesperson of the command, DSP Alabo Alfred, the suspects were arrested following a series of reports of theft of solar panel in some communities in the state. Now let's get back to Ado Musa as he tells us more. We'll provide that report for you in our subsequent bulletin. Now, moving on, the Osun State Police Command has arrested a suspected cultist Olatunji Damilola for illegally possessing firearms. The command said it also arrested a man at Deribokbayemi for attempting to kill a commercial motorcycle operator in order to steal his bike.
Olatunji Damilola, a member of one of the secret cult groups terrorizing Osogbo, the Osun State capital, was apprehended by men of the anti-kidnapping squad of the Osun State Police Command. The suspect said he is the armorer of a secret society whose role is to release guns to members of the group when the need arises. I am the armorer for the group. Whenever we have an operation, I would receive directive from Adigun on the instruction of our leader, Emir, to distribute guns to our fighters. The police also arrested a man at Deribigbe Opeyemi for attacking a commercial motorcycle operator with the intent to kill him and steal his motorcycle. The suspect also confessed to the crime. I hit the motorcycle rider on his head and took his motorcycle away. I sold the motorcycle to someone in Ikirun. Police arrested the buyer, who told them that he bought the motorcycle from me. The Osun State Police Public Relations Officer, Yemisi Opalola, said the suspect will be made to face the full wrath of the law.
We have been able to recover all the guns. We are still searching for other ones. They will be charged to court immediately we finish the investigation. You know that in Osun, no criminal will go unpunished in Osun State.
The police command assured residents of safety of lives and properties in the state. Amid Oyegbade, Trust TV News, Osogbo.
Now moving on, telecom giant MTN has shut all its stores and services centers across Nigeria. This is coming on the heels of an outrage by some of its subscribers across the country after the network provider barred their lines on Sunday. In a viral video on social media Monday, a mob is seen destroying a barricade fence just outside the MTN office. A large crowd of angry subscribers vandalized the telecommunications company's office in Festac Town area of Lagos State in response to the network blocking subscribers due to a mismatch in their national identification number and SIM registration. However, the Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer Benjamin Hundeyin, in a response to the circulated video on X, stated that the DPO of Festac and his men had successfully restored normalcy and peace at the scene. This is News Update coming to you from Trust TV. Coming up, we'll be telling you how Gombe residents give condition to shun hardship protest. This and more when we return. Do stay. You are welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is News Updates coming to you from Trust TV. Let's take a look at our headline stories again. Nigerian Airspace Management Agency suspends planned 800 levy hike. FG to begin sale of 50 kg rice for 40,000 naira. Now, moving on, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has invited the chairman of National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, Jalal Arabi, to its headquarters located in Jabi area of Abuja. Arabi, who is expected to be at the office of the Anti-Graft Agency by 10 a.m. today, will explain to the crack detectives of the EFCC how his commission spent 90 billion naira subsidy provided for 2024 exercise. EFCC said Arabi would provide detailed explanation on how NACON shared thousands of dollars allocated to it for the pilgrims. It was learned that the Anti-Graft Agency will be quizzing the NACON boss over a series of petitions against him and the Commission over alleged maltreatment of pilgrims in Saudi Arabia during the exercise. Arabi had told journalists on Monday that every pilgrim that paid for the Hajj 2024 through the government quota was supported with a sum of 1.6 million naira due to the instability of the naira. As the nationwide planned protest draws closer, Nigerians have been divided on the necessity or not of the protest. While the federal government recently appealed to the protesters to shelve their planned action, citing possible violence, Gombe residents are also divided on the issue, with some telling the federal government to return fuel subsidy as the only condition for them not to take part in the protest. Hassan Koli has more.
The protest, which is gaining popularity on social media platforms, has been fueled by the recent hardship and inflation. Many Nigerians are of the opinion that a peaceful demonstration is the only option to voice their concern directly to the government. We are indeed supporting a protest, but a peaceful one. As law-abiding citizens, we will never break any law in the course of the protest. Additionally, we are doing it because hardship and unfavorable government policies forced us to make such a decision, with the hope that the government will reverse some policies, specifically fuel subsidy removal. Right now, almost everything has doubled or tripled in price, including medical services in hospitals. We are urging the government to quickly help us reverse fuel subsidy removal policy. The main reason behind the protest is food inflation. Our leaders have failed to stabilize our economy and make positive impact in the agriculture and health sectors. If President Tinubu reverses the fuel subsidy removal, no one will be interested in any so-called protest. Unfortunately, the ulamas too failed to openly oppose the presidency, which is worrisome and an indication that we have few options to channel our grievances to the president, and we hope he will come up with policies to ease our hardships. With the recent warning by the Department of Security Services that some bad elements were hired to disrupt the peaceful conduct of the protest, some Gombe residents think that the organizers need to be cautious. Actually, I am against the planned protest out of fear that it may turn violent. For now, I think we have to give the president a little more time, as he requested. Should he fail to come up with more impactful policies, I myself will call my fellow youths to embark on a peaceful protest to let the president know that we are tired of the hardship and also demand that he should reverse the fuel subsidy removal. As a patriotic citizen, it is not a wise idea to stage any protest now, because it will be a great setback for us all. For instance, if it turns to violent, there will be a destruction of properties, and I believe the government will without doubt enforce a curfew for days. If that happens, what will happen to those who must work daily before they feed themselves? If they are at home, who will feed them for the duration of the protest or a curfew? I think it is better to look for an alternative other than the protest. However, I may not be correct, but it is my take on the matter. Most Nigerians believe that returning fuel subsidy will ease the prevailing hardship in the country. From Gombe, Hassan Koli reporting for Trust TV.
The Federal Executive Council has directed the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited to sell crude oil to Dangote Refinery and other local refineries in naira and not in United States dollars. Executive Chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Jack Adedeji, disclosed this after a FEC meeting chaired by President Bola Tinubu in Abuja on Monday. He said the measure would reduce the strain on the country's foreign spendings and stabilize the pump price of petrol, diesel and other products in Nigeria.
Get engaged with local refineries, and we are starting that with Dangote Refinery, that the sales of crude oil to Dangote Refinery be denominated in naira, and also the sales of refined product from Dangote Refinery to marketer and distributors also should be conducted in naira. And what does this mean to our economy? One, the pressure on foreign exchange rates today will be reduced. Today, you may be aware that we spend roughly 30 to 40% of our foreign exchange today on importation of PMS that we consume. And in monetary terms, monthly, we spend roughly $660 million in this exercise. And if you annualize that, that one will give us $7.92 billion pressure that we have. With this approval today through FEC, led by Mr. President, this has reduced by minimum of 90%, because what you have today will be this transaction is now done in our local currency, not only with Dangote Refinery, for all local refineries, for all our local consumption.
And now on the foreign scene, 17 human skulls buried in metal boxes have been unearthed at a suspected shrine in the center of Uganda, according to local media. Children foraging for firewood outside Kabanga village near Mpigi town, about 40 kilometers west of the capital Kampala, made the grisly discovery on Monday. Police said residents told officers there were metallic boxes containing what appeared to be skulls buried in the shrine. They added that the remains were being examined to determine their age and sex, as well as they may have been buried. They urged the public to remain calm, saying some residents had been left in shock. It is not clear how the skulls ended up at the site. A coal mine has collapsed near Vietnam's Ha Long Bay after rain, killing 5 people. The accident happened Monday at a mine operated at the Hong Gai Coal Company, a unit of Vietnam state coal miner Vanicum, early Tuesday morning. A rescue team pulled out the bodies of the miners, who were aged between 23 and 47 years old. According to disaster authorities, heavy rainfall was reported in Ha Long City in northern Quang Ninh province at the time of the accident. The torrential rains have caused landslide and several homes were flooded. Other parts of the country's north have also experienced heavy rain for days, triggering flash floods and landslides. And in sport, Nigerian women's basketball team, the Tigers, began their medal champion campaign at the Paris 2024 Olympics with a surprising 75-62 win over to Australia at Pierre Mouret Stadium on Monday. Nigeria will play against host France in their second game, and Aussies will face world number 5 Canada in the next Group B match in the Women's Olympic Basketball Tournament's Paris 2024 on Thursday. The knockout stage of the games will be held at the Bercy Arena in Paris, with the final scheduled on August 11th. Nigeria's win came despite Alana Smith's top-scoring effort of 15 points and contributions from Sammy Whitecomb and Jade Melbourne with 13 and 12 points respectively. The Opals, ranked 3rd in the world, were outplayed by the 12th-ranked Nigerian team. Ezi Nekalu led Nigeria with 19 points and 5 rebounds, orchestrating a memorable victory for her team. Ahead of the 2024-2025 Nigerian Premier Football League season, the league organizers have sealed partnership with the Spanish La Liga side Sevilla. The head of the league body, Benga Elegbeleye, was in Spain over the weekend, and the partnership was signed and unveiled on Monday afternoon. Sevilla FC is convinced that this alliance can help NPFL clubs to continue improving and encourage the development of youth players. Jose Maria Del Nido said it is a new decisive step in internationalization process and will help the club brand to continue to grow in Africa and in Nigeria, from which Sevilla is receiving a lot of support after signing of Chidera Ejike. With that, we've come to the end of news updates here on Trust TV. Do well to follow us across all our social media platforms for more news, more programs, and documentaries. Thanks for watching. I am Lilian Ogazi. Bye for now.